What's up, Shea?
Yo, T.
What's up, girly?
Oh, such a beautiful smile.
Well,
at you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Pose for the camera.
They say it's your best attribute.
Oh, nice. I'll take it. I thought it was my derriere, but perhaps that's not.
I think that's one of them, but I think your smile is the one that contracts them,
Yeah.
Attracts them. I don't know. I think I said contract.
Yeah. Well, attract.
What you got today?
Listen, so one, I just want to thank the tippers for submitting questions. I love this kind of interactiveness that we have with each other. It's really just engagement, and I love it. Sandman 12. What's up, Sandman 12?
What up?
Your question was not really a question. You want us to discuss pros and cons of working in sports and entertainment, which is a great question because, course, Shea and I spent some time in the sports industry. So we're more than happy to jump in and weigh in on that topic. So let's start with the pros. Look, I say this all the time, especially working in HR in sports. Everyone loves sports. It's a sexy brand. Very sexy. So that's a pro that I feel like it's a sexy brand. And it, when we would post positions, is that we don't have to look really hard to find people. Okay. Like there are people who are signing up for positions ahead of time. They're networking. They're making themselves known that, hey, I want to work for these teams. And for those of you who want to work in the sports industry, 9 times out of 10, you're just going on the website and applying. Probably not your best bet. Sports is all about networking, and it's a combination of who you know and what you know, right? Like who you know is going to get you in a door. The what you know is going to keep you in a door. Right. So it's really important to network if this is somewhere where you want to work. You got to be looking at your LinkedIn. You got to be looking for people who work for a certain team or work in the NBA and get your connection that way. So that's definitely a pro. It's a sexy ass brand.
Yes.
Shea, what's a pro from your perspective?
I would say it's fun. Extremely fun.
So fun.
I would say other industries aren't fun, but working in sports is fun.
So
working
fun.
for a team is fun. There are games. You get to meet all types of celebrities, entertainers, CEOs, just all types of people, all types of industries. Sports is the centerpiece of the world. Let's be honest. It literally brings everyone together. I would also say just lifestyle balance, being able to have fun at your job and go to games and do that type of thing. That's literally what you do if you worked in another industry. You would go to a sporting event with your other colleagues, but being able to do that as your job is fun. So I would say those are a couple of things that I think are fun.
Yeah. And also, I think you alluded to this point, that it creates experiences that you'll never forget.
Yes.
When you think about experiences in general, you can recall like going to that baseball game with your father. You can recall who you went when you went to your first game, whatever it was, whether it be football or basketball, whatever it is. Sports creates amazing memories that will stay with you for a lifetime.
Remember Deanna Witter talked about that?
Yeah.
When she went to that sporting game and she's like, I want to do that. She saw people in suits walking around at the game. She's like, I want to do that. Remember?
Yeah. Deanna is amazing. She's just doing her thing. And hey, guys, if you haven't heard that and you're interested in being in the sports industry, please go back to our library and check out Deanna's episode. She gives very great advice. Her and Raven.
Yeah, she's the CRO of the Houston Dynamo.
Yeah. Yeah,
and what's Raven's title? She works for the Bucks.
Oh, let's check. I will. You keep talking, and I'm going to check it out.
Get Raven's title. It's missing me right now. But Raven's episode, VP of Business Development.
Yeah,
she literally. EVP. Excuse me, not VP.
Get her title straight. She is an executive vice president. Okay.
Raven came on here and literally got us together. Did she not? She came in here, she talked about the intersectionality of just like sport and development as a person. all the people that impacted her, and Deanna as well. Like Deanna talked about when she went to that game when she was a kid, and she knew exactly what she wanted to do, and she started chasing her dreams right from there.
Wow. So. Yeah. They know what they want and they went right after it. And that's what you have to do in sports. Yeah. Another pro too is you meet the people that you meet. Like I know Shea talked about like you're going to meet all the celebrities. You could be, I mean, it runs the gamut of people who you can meet. But what that does is it broadens your network, right? Life is about networking, people. And you have to network for a variety of reasons, not just to find your next gig, but for whatever it is that you may need. Like tapping into your network it's a powerful resource. And when you work in sports, your network just grows. I mean, when I think about how many people who I met and worked with, I had these connections that will last a lifetime. I got to shout out John Ferguson. He used to work for one of the sports teams, and now he is the chief people officer like I am, but he's chief people officer in NASCAR. So he stayed in sports. He loves sports.
He's in NASCAR?
Yeah, NASCAR. He's head of HR there. He is amazing. And, you know, it's those opportunities because he is on this panel of this great conference that I'm going to, HR conference next week. And this week, I can't believe it's this week. It's this Wednesday.
Yeah.
And he recommended me as someone to be a speaker at the conference. So again, it's those networks. Right. It's the people that you meet that expands your network. Mm-hmm. And when you hear the word expansion of your network, that means the good word that starts with an O, opportunities will come in your life, right? Yeah.
Correct. And your network expands wider than you think because you don't have to be in every room, but all the people that you know will. And if you make a good impression on them, your name will be brought up in rooms that you're not in.
Yep. You'll be memorable for sure.
Yep.
Okay, some cons. Can I save a little bit of time for that?
Okay.
You'll be dog tired for sure. Like it's so many hours. Deanna talked about it. Mm-hmm. About how it's like there's no such thing as 9 to 5. It's like 9 to 9, you know, like or 9 to never 9 plus 9 to never. 9 to never. She said. It never ends.
Never.
And you know, not only are you working, you kind of let's say your day job when you're in the office and you're answering emails and you know you have meetings and whatever it is. And then at night, you're probably, if it's going to basketball games, football games, whatever, like that's when the real magic happens in terms of networking and being at the game. Like you can't work in sports and not pretty much be a part of the culture. And being a part of that culture is whatever sport that it is, you got to be at those games. Like it's crazy if you think you're going to just never go to games. Like most of everyone who works in sports are attending games and working at those games. So I would say one of the immediate cons is it's a grind and it's not built for everyone. Like you need to have some real grit because you will work a lot of hours and not everyone's built for that.
Yep. And I'll also say getting stuck. You can get stuck. You can get very comfortable in your role and
because you're happy.
5 years can roll by. 10 years can go because again, it's fun. It's exciting. You're meeting people.
Sexy brand.
Right? Yeah. But to kind of piggyback off of our episode, Finding Your Purpose, what is your purpose? And sometimes you have to give yourself a time limit and say, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to rock it for 3 years and then I'm going to go. I mean, you can try and get promotions and things like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can get stuck in your role as a manager or role as a director. And before you know it, you're 40, 50. And you haven't had any other experiences, you haven't met any other people, you haven't done anything else. So that's another thing is, or if you're coaching, right? You can get stuck in coaching forever. I know so many coaches and the world is changing. And so you got to be mindful of getting stuck.
Yeah, that's so helpful.
Or if you're comfortable, that's fine. And maybe that's a thing too. And also the inconsistency, sports, there's a lot of turnover in sports. So sometimes you can have fun and be excited and you can be let go for no apparent reason other than they're just trying to get new people in there depending on what part of the industry you're working in sports.
And you got to be willing to, you know, maybe do some things that you may not want to do. And what I mean by that, let's say your goal is to be a marketing manager, but you may have to start off most likely, especially you're a recent graduate, is you may have to sell some tickets, right? It's that journey of ticket sales that is going to propel you to what's next in your career.
Exactly.
So that's gritty work. That's making phone calls. That's doing some of the things that you may not want to do, but it's just part of your journey. So you have to be, willing to maybe accept a lower level position or accept something that you just don't love doing to get to where you need to be. And sometimes that could be, it could be a pro because it makes you better at something new, but it could be a con because, you may just want to just jump into exactly it is that you want to do and may not realize you got to spend some time selling tickets. It's the way to what's next. So, Sandman 12, thank you again for your question. And for those of you who have questions, how do they do? How should they, what's the best way for them to reach out to us and say, Shea and T, I want to talk about X, Y, and Z?
Oh, we have an Instagram.
Yeah.
Tipping the Scales podcast. You can find our beautiful faces there. And then also, that direct message line, you can also star it to be one of your favorite apps that come up on your phone or Instagram pages that come up. And you can also tag us in a bunch of topics on other podcasts that you like us to discuss on ours. So, that's how you can do it.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you listening to Tipping the Scales wherever you get your podcast. Thanks.